Look at her family tree. Her whole family tree, there's a lot of women in her family, and a lot of these women have married top businessmen.
I mean, we know why he was there.
We know.
Like, the guy's been dying for like 2 years, bro. He's a walking corpse. He hates being told when he's wrong, but the moment you question Dave and you actually go, okay, let's reason your position out, he defaults to talking points and calling you racist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah.
None of that has to do with anything we're talking about. Like,
correct, none of it. So, but...
Lord V. We are back with another video. We have Mitch McConnell being missing for multiple weeks now. And now it's becoming a big story. So, let's listen to what this guy has to say about Mitch McConnell and let's react to it.
More and more people keep asking, is Senator Mitch McConnell alive right now? And this is getting to be a weirder and weirder story. And we have a new wrinkle that is so bizarre that I don't even know what to make of it. We have now learned that 3 days after Mitch McConnell was rushed to the hospital, his wife, former Transportation Secretary Elaine Chao, reportedly met with a top official in Beijing.
Wait. Okay. Before we even listen to whatever he's going to say, I need to know what you think about her meeting with a top official in Beijing.
So, there's a few things here. First, Pacman is... we have to take what he says with a grain of salt, because Pacman is a rabid leftist. He is an ideologue. And he shies away from reason. When you really press him on questions, he will run away from it. So before we get into the video, we're going to make sure everyone knows that Dave is a rabid leftist. He is an ideologue, and we have to take what he says with a grain of salt. He might be right here, though. He might be right. He might be correct. So we should take it with a grain of salt. But it is strange that 3 days after your husband potentially has a very look, they're very old. She's still moving around, and clearly kicking. The turtle is not. Okay, Franklin the turtle is not having a good time. He is in horrible shape. He's been in horrible shape. I don't know how we don't have rules against this in Congress. It is insane, absolutely insane. He's collapsing on camera over and over and over. It's nuts. Her going after that happens though. 3 days later, she goes to Beijing, and I think she's still there now. So
yeah, I don't think she's come back yet.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird. And her family's very well connected politically in the United States as well as in Beijing.
Yep.
And
look at her family tree. Her whole family tree, there's a lot of women in her family, and a lot of these women have married top businessmen in America.
Yeah, it's a little strange. Political leanings. They married in political families, political candidates.
One of them was BlackRock, a holder of a lot of stock in BlackRock.
Interesting, BlackRock. Wow. Yeah, that's it's very suspicious. We've seen this with like Fang Pang, with what's his name in California, the guy who farted live on TV.
Yeah.
When they asked him about it, I guess he got so nervous he shit himself. Live on TV. Gotta love it, dude. I don't know how he ended up potentially getting elected again or still in Congress, but Stonewall, that's his name,
Stonewall, yep. This is very weird though, and a lot of people need to understand that flight to China takes a long time.
Yeah, it takes a while.
She didn't leave 3 days after. She left 2 days, if not a day and a half.
Interesting.
So let's see what he says.
And we've also learned that he was taken to the hospital after being found unconscious, a detail that took weeks to get about what happened with Mitch McConnell. So let me catch you up, and then we'll talk about.
There's no police report on this.
The former Senate Majority Leader,
there probably is, but maybe they didn't report it for a reason. Maybe they didn't want to write it. It's a good point, though.
We are now getting close to a month ago. We didn't know where he was hospitalized.
Yeah, that's nuts. It's been a while, like 3 weeks.
Now, eventually, it was revealed which hospital he was being cared for in. We still had no idea why he was there. There were statements from his office that he was recovering.
We know why he was there.
But from what?
We know.
Like, the guy's been dying for like 2 years, bro.
Remember that Mitch McConnell also had two
He's a walking corpse.
Where he...
Yeah. Correct. That's
right.
Whoa,
that's good editing. I like that
never got
from
an
him.
explanation for
no, he did it real time. He just stopped. He just froze himself.
Okay, he's just doing the
froze
freeze.
Yeah, he's just in the freeze, yeah.
He's feeling
Yeah, exactly like he did too.
I was like, wait a second. I was like, did my internet go out? What the hell? Yo, that was crazy.
He did it. He did it though. That's how he was. That's literally how Mitch McConnell was. Yeah.
condition. Like, what on earth
Dave's
is
been in the
going
game
on
for a while.
here? He
He's
was
an
also
entertainer at this
hospitalized
point.
earlier this year for what was described as a flu-like illness.
Anytime he
Also,
gets questioned,
very
though,
opaque
when he gets questioned, he
circumstances,
falls
very
apart
little
pretty quickly.
transparency. And
Reverse
then we
ideologue
learned
talking points.
Most
that he was
leftists
found
do.
unconscious, and an ambulance had been called when the June 14th incident happened. We don't know what medical condition was playing out.
I mean,
don't
we
know
kind of
what his
do.
medical
Dude
condition
had
and
like
status are.
heart attack,
But
strokes,
if
brain
ambulances
damage.
are coming, there's someone calling 911. Where's that 911 call?
So apparently, what they think it came from was a emergency beacon thing. You know, like the Hall commercials.
Life
Of,
alert?
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Yeah,
Life
Life
Alert.
Alert.
Right, exactly. It's a different company, I think, though now, but that he used. But yeah, that's what I think they said it's from. So it's most likely the case, considering that, or his wife, obviously, because if they're saying his wife left, 2 days after, let's say 3 days at most, right? Then obviously,
Well,
where was she?
I
She must have
heard
been in
that
the
she
area.
was in China. She came back
Okay.
to make sure he was okay, and then a day later, boom, she's back on a flight to China.
Is she still in office, or is she considered a
No,
former?
she stopped being in
former?
office in 2021.
Right. Okay. Because it was a protest to the Trump administration because him and her didn't like Trump apparently.
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And now the news is that 3 days into his hospitalization, his wife was in China meeting with the vice president of China.
So here's
a news
here's
release from
hold on a
Chinese
second. We're gonna dive into something real quick here. So look, here's what Pacman is trying to actually pitch to everybody. He's trying to say that, oh look, the Republicans are in bed with the Chinese. Here's the reality. There's basically the elite establishment, which is all the Democrats, and then people like Mitch McConnell, and almost all of those people, all the people that have been caught in bed with China, are from that group. The MAGA crowd, or even the America First crowd, they're not. You don't see them in bed with China.
Wait,
They're
and why
just
would
not.
we be in bed with China if I'm hearing rumors that China and Russia are about to back Iran? Why would we be in talks or in bed with China?
Look, Russia, China, Iran have backed each other for decades now, for like 40 years, basically. They're all totalitarian regimes. They're all run by dictators.
Yep.
It's it's nothing new in that regard, so it's not a surprise. But he's trying to pitch this idea, and he's doing that because we Republicans, the conservatives, and the right as a whole have been pointing out for years all these Democrats in power, these establishment candidates and politicians that are in power, bureaucrats that are in power that weren't even elected, and they're in bed with the Chinese, being paid by the Chinese or contracted in some way by the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. So it's really funny that he's pressing on this now when he didn't talk about Eric Swalwell, I think is actually his name, Eric Swalwell. That's the guy, not Stonewall, Swalwell, sorry. And so it's funny that and there's way more examples too. There was just the mayor or whatever her name was that just got found out that she was entirely working for the CCP for years, and she got elected.
Is nuts.
Yeah, and she got elected. So it's really funny that David doesn't want to talk about all those things, but he wants to, imply a connection here, which, look, I'm fine for. We should suss it out. We should look it out. But guess what? It's all from his crowd. Yeah, it's all from his crowd.
Journalism.
Correct. Selective, 100%. It's selective outrage is really what he's doing here. It's not even journalism. It's selective outrage. There's zero journalism this guy does. Zero. It's just ideologue after ideologue nonsense positions. There's just literally talking points over and over and over. So he's trying to contrive a more sophisticated story here and make that pitch to his audience. Look, they're in bed with the Chinese. What's funny is all these communists that won in New York City, they're probably backed in some way by either Russia, China, or Iran, or probably all three, but for sure by China, because we know that the person who funds those candidates, those communist candidates, those pro-socialist candidates, there's like 4 that won recently. in New York, and 3 of them claim to be avid communists, and all 4 of them consider themselves also socialist. And guess what? Every single one of them was funded by, in part or in full, by Singham, or whatever that guy's name is, the guy who has like Sri Lankan parents, that was in America, sold his company for like 780 million or something, basically like $1 billion, flees to China, dresses up in LARPs as a communist Maoist, basically Han Chinese guy. And he's actually American citizen. He utilizes American citizenship, goes on fucking speaking tours along Chinese communist rallies, and says America has to be brought to its knees, that we have to make a revolution in America, that we have to convince the American people to revolt and end capitalism and all this stuff. And he's wearing communist Chinese hats and shirts and all this stuff. And this is a billionaire doing this. A billionaire. He's the one who funded all of this shit. So if there's a party... Right, and if there's a party that Dave actually wants to think about and look at and scrutinize in relation to Chinese communist propaganda, CCP-backed candidates, CCP-controlled candidates, it's, guess what? It ain't MAGA. It's definitely not America First people. It's not conservatives. It's not 99% of Republicans. It's people, establishment, hack politicians like Mitch McConnell, who are against the Save America Act, who are literally holding back, basically systematically destroying voter fraud. It'd be a huge, huge benefit for the American people on all parts of the spectrum if they pass the Save America Act. But Mitch McConnell and the Democrats, who again have tons of links to the CCP and have no problem flaunting that around, and they get a free pass for it because they just say it outright. They do it outright because we're in a free country. We, for some reason, allow communists to be funded by a traitor, an American traitor, who his citizenship be revoked entirely. Citizenship should be revoked. He should be immediately convicted, and he should be barred from doing anything in the United States. But guess what? For some reason, we have no backbone in the Republican Party. We have no backbone in conservatives. We have no backbone for the American right. The hacks, the worst of the political establishment, are the only people who are radical enough and have the backbone. Communists and socialists are radical enough and have the backbone. But the people who actually get elected to do the job for your average, normal, moderate American, nope, they're not going to do it. They're not going to even touch that. You have very few examples on the Democrat side that are not falling in line with this basic communist and socialist bullshit. And it's really only, what's his name from Pennsylvania, the senator from Pennsylvania, the bald guy who's really tall, that Democrats hate.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I forgot his name already.
Off the top of my head.
Yeah, I just had it.
Comment down below if you know his name right now. Comment down below.
He is one of the few on the Democrat side, along with, there's like 9 or supposedly 13 other Democrats that came out recently in like the Senate and the House that signed like the pro-American something thing where they attest to not being communist or socialist. Yeah, but who knows if that's even legit. The one that is actually legit is the guy from Pennsylvania, because he's coming out and literally saying, who had a stroke and everything, and he's more intelligent than most of the Democrats that I see. So there's that, but it's like, that's the minority on their side. That is a very tiny amount of politicians compared to the hundreds of Democrat politicians that are elected in office that are not saying this, that are not talking about it, because they support communism, they support socialism, and they're all about it, just like David. David wants to be a political hack. He hates being told when he's wrong, but the moment you question Dave and you actually go, okay, let's reason your position out, he defaults to talking points and calling you racist, homophobic, blah, 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 blah.
None of that has to do with anything we're talking about.
Correct, none of it. So, but,
After being found unresponsive on June 14th, and on June 17th, his wife is in China meeting with the vice president of China. Now, putting aside for a second that we have no idea why she was meeting with the Chinese VP, like, was this official business? Was it a personal thing? The only thing that said is that it was for mutual partnerships or something totally generic. Who knows? Why is she doing that 3 days after her husband is hospitalized under secrecy after allegedly being found unconscious? It's all very strange. Now, we don't know whether Mitch McConnell plans to resign at this point from the Senate. As we've said before, it certainly doesn't seem like he has any capacity to do this job. Pat
No,
and I
it's
spoke about this on
obvious.
the bonus show last week, and whatever needs to happen, it
He's a
doesn't seem like
puppet.
he's coming back to be a senator anytime soon.
I don't
And
know
it has
what
now
he is,
been
but
22,
he's clearly
23
a husk
days
of a human being.
since he's been hospitalized. Now, remember that there was speculation that what was going on with McConnell, maybe if he died, it was being hidden because they didn't want Democratic Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear appointing McConnell's replacement in the Senate, who would certainly be a Democrat if a Democratic governor gets the opportunity to do it. But that's not how the law works in Kentucky, so we were able to debunk that. If indeed it was known
it's not going to be a Democrat
Mitch
because
McConnell had
Kentucky
passed
doesn't want
away,
to vote for that.
Andy Beshear wouldn't get to appoint anyone.
They're
It would be
trying to
decided
take
by a
it over.
special
Democrats are
election. That
trying to
race
take
is up
over
for election
illegally
anyway. McConnell's
by
retiring.
cheating
So
in Kentucky.
in 4 months, they'd be electing a new senator anyway. You might not even need a special election, but there would be no appointment from Andy Beshear. So that can't be the explanation. Hey, real quick, if you're watching on YouTube right now, would you mind? Is he
Almost got us.
technically
Yeah.
alive, but on life support with no hope?
Look at him, bro. He
of
can't even
recovery?
walk.
Bro,
Rumors
the
are
hell?
Come on, man.
flying.
This is
Bro,
There
not
is a
right.
complete
This is
Bro,
not
that's
right.
a
total lack
turtle,
of
bro. That's
transparency.
Franklin the
Now
turtle.
I know
dude.
that everyone
That guy
gets
is
wild
that
when
guy-
you talk
he
about
is
stuff.
cool. He is cooked.
Oh, but what
He
about
is
HIPAA?
cooked.
You're asking HIPAA to
He
be
is
violated.
cooked.
Medical privacy.
Talk about HIPAA. That
applies
guy's hips
to
don't fucking work.
medical
Guy can't even
those
use his.
hips
Look at
don't
that
lie.
gait.
The-
Dude, he
those
turned
hips-
around, waved to
any
the camera. Bro,
transparency
don't worry
that
about the
could be
camera, my
provided
guy. You are
willingly.
fucking got bigger problems,
Bro,
my guy.
can't they get him a cane or something? Like,
He needs a fucking
holy.
wheelchair. His
He
legs
needs
are
that
fucking
thing that you
gone.
get at the supermarket.
His legs
He
are
needs one of those little
jello.
carts. Yeah,
he needs,
man.
He needs something big time. He
By
needs
Mitch
to throw him in a
McConnell's office or
fucking
his
wagon.
family would have nothing to do with HIPAA. And I would even go further. I don't even really think this
Well,
is about Mitch McConnell anymore.
yeah,
Not really.
I mean,
it's more
you
about
have a right to medical
does
privacy,
the American
David.
public deserve basic transparency when someone holds one of the most powerful elected offices in the country?
Yeah.
He's recovering
Interesting,
nicely
David. He
after a
didn't
few
say
days in
that
the
about
hospital.
Biden.
And-
Interesting, David. For 4 years, Biden was completely fine. We didn't have to ask questions. He wasn't falling down everywhere. He wasn't speaking slowly. He didn't have a gait just like Mitch McConnell. Sure.
Yeah.
He didn't campaign from his basement and never went to an actual rally. They were never able to have enough people to even fill seats in a rally. Yeah, let's not question any of that, David. Let's just focus on Mitch because his case is so fucking egregious. Mitch is gone, dude. He is
Selective
gone.
journalism at its finest. I don't.
It's
2
crazy.
more weeks go by, and he hasn't been seen or
No
heard
critical
from.
thinking.
Oh,
He's
interesting.
transparent.
Hasn't been
So,
seen or heard from.
It's weird to
Like 4
say,
years with Biden.
But
Okay.
this is one of the most senior senators in the Senate, former majority leader.
it's 'cause
one of
Biden's administration
100
was
of the
run by
most
a
powerful
committee
votes in the
in the White
country
House,
on
not
issues
Biden.
of legislation.
Yep.
Do we need proof of life? Like at this point,
Interesting.
is it
He's-
crazy
bro,
to
this is
say
so ironic.
Before we go, any,
Like, it'd be so funny if we just pulled up what he was saying about Biden a couple of years ago.
Yeah, yep. He was saying,
Be
he was going,
hilarious.
you don't need to ask this. He has medical privacy. You don't need to ask this. Oh, it's a violation of HIPAA. You don't need to. Oh, no, he's fine. He's just falling over all over the place. He's falling off bikes and shit. Don't worry. Yeah.
further, we've got to make sure he's even alive at this point in time.
Interesting.
No one is entitled to every medical detail about Mitch McConnell. But there's medical privacy and then there's total secrecy. Right now, we're in the total
Wow.
secrecy phase.
Interesting.
And
4
imagine
years of Biden,
if this were a
Dave.
Democratic
Interesting.
senator. Imagine that this were Chuck Schumer. Right-wing media would be running wall-to-wall coverage saying
The
the
irony,
answer to the
he has
He's
zero
not- is he-
self-reflection.
is he talking about himself?
He doesn't even talk about. He doesn't even bring up
my
Biden, the
God.
actual example. He doesn't even bring up Biden, the actual example. He has zero self-reflection. He has zero critical thinking. He doesn't even listen to himself.
This is actually hilarious on all levels.
He's absolutely
Execute.
delusional.
And they would be accusing, by the way, Democrats of a cover-up for sure. So I don't believe the standards
Oh,
should change
interesting.
depending
A
on
cover-up.
party. When Democrats have gone missing, there was a congresswoman who was missing, and she was in a memory care
Never
facility.
brings
We
up
called it out. We
Biden.
said, this is
Wow,
unacceptable.
this
We
whole
need
episode.
transparency.
The perfect
This also
example of
raises
this.
the even broader issue of aging political
No,
leadership.
what you have to realize is
Interesting.
There's a difference between being a zombie and being brain dead in the hospital.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so, right? I guess so.
And our gerontocracy. if someone is
Amazing.
physically or cognitively unable to carry out the responsibilities of their office.
Biden, he does. It's crazy. He doesn't.
Knowing
It doesn't
that.
even
And
enter
I don't care
his
what
brain.
letter is next to their name.
It
if they're
doesn't enter
Republican
his
or if they're a
brain.
Democrat. And I know many of you must
Really?
be well, David, that's got to apply to Trump as well.
Oh my
Wow.
God!
He didn't say
Oh
Biden.
my God!
Oh, wow.
He is cooked. Dave is an ideologue. He is a blind, deaf, and dumb ideologue. He really does not think about the things he said for the last like 6
You know what?
years.
He needs to listen to his own book. Pay attention, because he's not paying attention.
There is
man.
zero paying attention apparently.
No self-reflection. Wow.
Zero. Let's see. Does he say it?
And of course, it's impossible. When
he
I
say
say
anything about Biden?
we need to know whether elected officials are cognitively or physically
Oh,
Trump's
interesting.
glitchy performance over the
Glitchy
he's-
compared to
he's real
Biden.
glitchy,
raises
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
my
real
God,
glitchy.
dude.
So listen, it's
Bro,
time
they
to
like
end
to
this.
come at
Trump
Trump
is-
for falling asleep. He literally sleeps 4 hours a day. Of course, he's gonna fall asleep at random stuff.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
when he's
a
comfortable.
busy man. He's a busy man. He's fucking holding the UFC in the White House lawn, and he's still showing up for events. Biden was not showing up for events. The events
No.
he showed up on, he's collapsing, falling over. They're going, oh, he needs to go. He needs to go. You have his handler injecting stuff into his arm live on TV that we're not supposed to question, and we're just supposed to go, oh yeah, that's not an injection. That's not a clear, probably like a gas powered injection needle that you hit, or spring powered, where it's just you hit it and then boom, it injects you instantly. Yeah, that's what they were hitting him with. Probably hitting him with Adderall and morphine and whatever else,
man.
speedballing the guy to keep him
Giving
alive.
him the limitless drug, and it's still not working.
No, it was clearly not. And Dave doesn't bring it up this entire time. Every example Dave used
look.
was everything but Biden.
He has about 30 seconds, maybe a
see.
minute. Let's see.
Speculation, and doing that I don't think would be that difficult. Have Mitch McConnell appear publicly, at least release
We
some
said
more
this about
substantive
Biden
update
so
on his
many
condition.
times.
Authorize medical professionals, who I don't think would just make stuff up, to give an update on his medical condition. And the longer that this silence goes on, the more of these
Interesting.
vague statements. He's recovering nicely from what? The more rumors are going to keep growing when that's the sort of stuff they put out. So I want to hear from you on two parts. Number one, what do you believe is going on? And number two,
Same thing with Biden.
what is
Old
it going
dude
to take?
who's falling apart, and people are propping him up.
Yeah.
And they're not MAGA. They're not pro-America. They're not in favor of the Save America Act. They're not in favor of eliminating voter fraud. These are all of these people we're talking about are the same. They just have a different an R next to their name or a D. But most of them have D's, and like one or two has an R. There's one or two D's that are like, okay, they're reasonable people. They're just a little retarded. Something's a little off. Something doesn't make sense a little bit. They still have this cope of, oh, I'm an old school Democrat. Old school as in what? From Biden's era? Because you go past than that, go farther than that, you're talking about the people who started the KKK. Like how old school Democrat are you?
Let's
The
listen to some
racist
of the stuff
KKK
that
Democrat,
Biden
Civil War
said.
Democrat.
How about we listen to some of the stuff Biden said versus what Trump said in the same, era? And I don't think you'll like Biden as much as you like Trump, or as much as you hate Trump.
Yeah, Dave is so politically, he is politically brainwashed. He is in a cult. He is an ideologue. He doesn't listen to reason, and we know he doesn't because in this entire video, he didn't provide the most perfect, the closest example to this shit show with Mitch McConnell. And that shit show is called fucking the last 4 years of fucking Biden. Okay? He didn't bring it up once. He didn't bring up Biden once because he was sitting here for the last 4 fucking years defending Biden, acting like it was normal, like, oh, Biden's fine. He's just old. He just wants a little nap. Oh, why is he falling around everywhere, collapsing everywhere, slurring his speech, saying random crazy weird shit that sounds very like he's a pedo? I mean, yeah, we're not going to talk about any of that. That's all fine. We don't need to see a medical doctor. We don't need to hear about cognitive testing. All the stuff he said now, he was saying we don't need with Biden, that Biden's fine, that they're just saying all these things, that his mental faculties all fine and dandy. And now he's pretending like Trump is somehow worse than what Biden was for the last 4 years. He's an ideologue. He's brainwashed. He's in a cult. Either he's malevolent or he's just stupid. And chances are he's just stupid. So.
Yeah. Hey, well, I guess we'll see what's going to happen in the future with Mitch McConnell. Hopefully, he's okay. I'm going to probably put my money on that he's brain dead. And who knows about his wife? There's definitely something nefarious going on there. I don't think you leave your dying husband in the hospital to travel for 20 plus hours on a flight to China. So unless the business is so important to where she doesn't care about being with her husband on his last days, or maybe he can't communicate, he can't do anything, so there's no point in even being there for him. I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out in the future. Any last thoughts on this topic?
David's a hack. Don't listen to him. He's delusional. Selective journalism to the max. Zero self-reflection. Mitch McConnell needs to step down immediately. He's a disgrace. He's failed his voters. I don't know how the hell he's stayed in power. Someone needs to investigate that entire state. Something weird is clearly going on. Yeah. There's some pay for play, some type of money laundering, because there's no way people are voting for that moron. No fucking way. So, yeah, that's
get
about
that
it.
Man a cane or something, man. Please, if he's still
throw him in a
alive,
wagon.
Get him something, man. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, you heretics.